Thank you for coming back to Polka Dot Mailbox, and if you're new, welcome. Today I am working on a challenge. Tennille from Paper Milkshake has put out a challenge on YouTube. I will link her information down below, and her challenge is to encourage people to take Cutaparts and make something with them specifically. So these are the Cutaparts that I am working with. This is My Bright Life from the Jen Hadfield collection, and I have done some prep work on these Cutaparts. I've cut them all apart, so I've got all my squares here all pre-cut and ready to use, as well as I have cut the 3x4s also. One of them I have done up ahead of time as a little shaker with a really pretty sparkly pink polka dotted tulle over top of it, so just something a little bit, but I've got those pre-cut as well. I have pre-printed my pictures, as well as I have cut apart some little pieces for the background pages so that I can sort of be efficient. I've kind of planned out just generally what I want to do for the challenge, and for the challenge I want to actually create a mini album out of these Cutaparts. So I've got the 4x4 mini albums, and I've already sort of put some papers in here just to see how they will fit, and they will fit quite nicely. And I've pre-printed some pictures. So these are pictures from a Blues Farm strawberry picking day, and I think that they're going to go perfectly with this collection because the collection has these really fun strawberry papers, so I'm super excited to work with those. I also did something else inspired by Tennille, and that is ahead of time I created these butterflies. So she had a butterfly punch that was a different style, and she had taken some different materials. I've taken 2 different pieces of vellum here, and I've cut them out ahead of time. And I had started at first die cutting these with my punch. Let me show you what that looks like. So this is the punch that I used from Martha Stewart, and it's a different butterfly punch than she was using, but the idea is the same. So when I first started doing them, I stitched down and then back up again, and it left these little antennae, which were perfect for the butterfly, but they were really time consuming and finicky. So I thought, I wonder if there's a different way you could do it. So I took a piece of white cardstock and a piece of vellum, and I cut a 12-inch strip all the way down, and this is by about maybe 1.5. And I just stitched down, and then what I did from there was I actually just lined up the stitching and punched the butterfly. And now the actual butterfly is sort of stuck in there because the punch doesn't really cut the entire thread that's there. So I would just go in with my scissors and I would snip either side to sort of set the butterfly free. And then I found that that was a really good way of getting the butterflies. And then I would just cut this piece off, and then I would just do the same thing again there. So that's how I made these butterflies inspired by Tennille with some fun vellum. This vellum right here was from Maggie Holmes, and these papers are from this Jen Hadfield collection. And this pretty vellum was from the Pink Paisley collection I had on hand, and it was like a really pretty pink, white, and gold. So that's what I'm going to do, and then I'll show you the finished product. Also, I have pre-picked out some things. I don't have any ephemera from this kit, so I actually went through and I got some like Maggie Holmes ephemera with some pretty flowers I could use for layering pieces. This is from Vicky Bouton, as is this. I just went through and picked out a whole bunch of different pieces that I thought would match well with this collection. I took this because this is Auburn Lane, and I wanted to have this bunny because we have lots of pictures of the girls and I holding bunnies. I grabbed some flowers as well. The things that I have in the collection are these clear stickers, some puffy stickers, as well as these dimensional stickers. Different items that I grabbed that aren't from the collection are these Chamel adhesive patches. I thought that strawberry and even this little milkshake and that hello will come in handy. I grabbed some different things like some bows and some thickers from these are called Splash. They're from a summer collection. And these We Are Memory Keeper bows, these Jolie's Boutique stickers. These are just some things that I grabbed to have on hand that I thought might be good inspiration. I also grabbed just a handful of different things. I cut out some sunny days cameras that I thought could be used as nice embellishments, and then I also grabbed some butterflies. This is also from Vicky Boutin. I've got some flowers and some feathers on hand. So all sorts of different goodness to start creating. And you can see how I complete everything. Okay, so I was going to show you the footage of me making this album, but it was like an hour and a half. So I decided to just show you the finished product of the challenge that Paper Milkshake is having. So I will show you what I've done here. So this is the Cutapart sheet that I was working with. And the first one here is the Believe in Yourself. So I made a shaker out of it with this sparkly pink tulle. It's very subtle pink. And I've created like the front cover with this Cutapart here. It's on there. And then the next Cutapart that I used on this page is this here. It was actually quite a cute Cutapart. It said, "This is the sweetest, most gorgeous day that ever did my eyes see." So that was really cute. I wanted to cover a majority of the sentiment in this just because I wanted to use it to frame a picture. So I used this to frame. So this says the Blues Farms, which you can't really see very well. It's very faint in the picture. And this is where we went strawberry picking. So there's a picture of strawberry picking. So here's the Feel Beautiful Today Cutapart here. And I just stuck a bow and one of these flowers from Willow Lane on there. And with this one, I actually glued 2 back to back to make a page. So this is the Love Yourself More Cutapart. And you can see what I've done here is I've made a page out of it and I've put a little popped up embellishment on it, little 3D embellishment. So I've actually turned that into a page in my album. This is another Cutapart from the 2x2 Cutapart sheet, which is here, and that's self-explanatory. Enjoy the everyday. I made shaker pockets out of the other 2, and then I used another Cutapart here in the 4x4 album. So it was a cute Cutapart to choose because she's standing, this is my girlfriend standing in front of a bunch of flowers, and there's like flower baskets just like the one in the picture there. So this is my neighbor. We went with the girls to pick strawberries in the field. So I've got this beautiful family photo, and this is probably one of my favorite pages overall. I really like all the different layering here. I've got some wood veneers. This is a Maggie Holmes flower underneath. I've got some twine here as well, as I ripped one of the branding strips off the bottom of the Cutaparts. Let's see here. There it is there. So that's the branding strip off the bottom of the Cutaparts that I've used there. So here's another Cutapart that you can see. It's in its entirety. It says, "I'm growing every day," and that actually looks like that. And so what I did was I covered quite a lot of it. I put a picture of my daughter on the side there, put a girl time banner with a flower, covered this with love, very, very simple and subtle, but a nice sort of added texture with this plastic there. This is just a page I created out of a scallop piece of cardstock that I had, as is that on there. Just layered in some flourish flowers and some thickers, put a twine bow on a tag. Here's another example of where I've made a page out of the girl time. So I took this tea one here and I covered up the tea with a little ephemera piece, and then I put our picture, our 2x2 picture on, and I just made my own tab. So when I put two 2x2s together, I made the tab in between them, so it's pretty seamless. You can't really see. This is actually the same cut apart in both of these pages, and that's this one here. I really like it. It says "You are good enough." I really like the fonts and everything that they have on there. But I wanted to use the vines to frame both of our pictures with us holding the strawberries. This is from Chamel's pack of stickers. That's really cute. This is one of my fussy cut cameras from the Sunny Days collection. This is a cute little strawberry and a little heart. And yeah, so that's how I use those cut aparts. I put a little doily in some of those. You can see a subtle little bit of feathers to add some texture in there as well. This is the Let Them Eat cake cut apart that I used on this page, and it's showing that the Harvest Cafe is coming. We did order some sweet treats there, so after our strawberry picking was done, we went to the Harvest Cafe, and you can see my girlfriend's got a strawberry lemonade there. And this worked out perfectly as well. So she's got a ice cream sundae, and then there was this fun milkshake sticker that looks perfect side by side with that. I used some more of the 2x2 cut aparts from the sheet that go well. You are cherry sweet. So they're not cherries, they're strawberries, but it's a berry fruit sort of idea, and everything is very sweet about the picture. There's all of us having our sweet treats together, and you can see that there's like some yummy, they're not actually cake, they look like cake with icing, but they are cinnamon buns, and then the ice cream and the fun drinks and everything. So that was cute. Here's some more cut aparts. So this cut apart I actually covered up. It was Thinking of You, this butterfly right here, and I liked the butterfly, but the Thinking of You didn't make sense, so I put the ephemera wonderful over top of that. And then I'm growing every day is perfect because the strawberries grow in the field and the kids are growing. We went to see these bunnies that were growing. Now is the new later. Here's one of those butterflies that I made and added to the bottom of my daughter's photo there. Again, with some more of the butterflies here. That one's just a full straightforward cut apart. Every moment matters. And she's just loving this little bunny. She's hugging it all up. This is a really cute cut apart here. This is the Hello Friend cut apart that I used to create this, but because she's saying hello to this new little friend, I put this fuzzy little feather along the, so it's just these guys here. I just use these. I buy a boa, like from the party store or dollar store or whatever, and then I pluck off the feathers and I use them in my creations. I just love the added texture that it gives and looks really cute. Here's another little mix of ephemera. There's no cut aparts in this one. This is another page that I have created with a tab that made just a simple little layout with these fun little butterflies again. I like how there's a triplicate of 3 butterflies all there. Be yourself and hi. So these are 2 pictures with the goat. And then on the other side, collect beautiful moments and dream. And then each of my girls with the little pig. The next page, you are the best, with cute little bunny ephemera. And then this fun one with this gorgeous flower and beautiful sparkle there. This one, so I was kind of filling up the album and I decided to create a pocket out of the album, or sort of out of the 4x4 piece of paper. And then I created a pocket. So when I'm doing something like this, or when I want things to be on the outside, I actually created the entire square. Instead of tucking it in the sleeve, I actually glued it right on top of the sleeve. Now this way, any extra pictures that I have that didn't make the album can just be tucked in to this little pocket here. And I've got this one actually glued down so that it's like just really cute and peeking out, always nicely centered, but then all the other ones are easy to come in and out. And you can see all the other pictures that didn't get included in the album specifically, but then I still have them with this album. This is a cute cut apart that is actually barely visible. It's this thank you lemon. I really liked this graphic. I love the font and everything of the thank you, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense to say thank you. So it's covered up by lots of different ephemera, and it matched really well because the paper in this background is lemon, and then that's a little lemon sprig that you can kind of see poking out. And this is also a cut apart. So I ended the album with this. It's this Feel Beautiful Today. I took that, I fussy cut that cut apart. I put a house on top and then one of these pop-up embellishments with a clear sticker, and then these stickers on top. So that is the album that I created, inspired by Paper Milkshake's challenge to use your cut aparts. The entire album is very strongly centered around the cut aparts. That was the main inspiration for the whole album, and I love the way that it all came together. And I've discovered now the key for me making mini albums is to do one day. Look at how chunky my one day is. I have tried to do like a weekend trip or whatever in all these little mini albums, and for me just have to do like one event, because the number of pictures that I take and the layers of scrapbooks that I like to do, I definitely need to be creating in something that is focused on one specific activity or day. So I thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again next time.